Ooh, shit. It's about that time, boys. Yeah. So, getting straight to it. Let's go. All right, so I kind of started taking it apart. It's my bad, but pretty simple. All you gotta do, start off, take your blow-off valve off of your induction pipe for your intercooler. And you're just gonna take off these 2 bolts for your intercooler. You're gonna loosen up the clamp on the bottom of the intercooler. It goes to this pipe right here. Loosen that up right there. Grab some pliers. Grab this clip. Pull it off the bottom of your blow-off valve. And then these, you just want to take them all off. They've got a little push clip on them. So when you push it in, all you gotta do is push in and pull. If it doesn't push in, then you're pushing on the wrong side. And just remove all of those. Unbolt this one, or unclick this one, I should say. Alrighty, so kind of went a little bit ahead. I'm gonna go back through on it with y'all. Had to get a few things out of my way. So first things first is right here had your coolant reservoir, or my coolant reservoir. So I just went ahead and put some clamps on these hoses right here and then pulled those off. Took this little nut off right here. Right here. Took that off, took the coolant reservoir off, kind of give me a little more room. Okay. Then go ahead and took off this return line. Okay, right down here. Sat right there. Okay, all you gotta do is pull this, get a little screwdriver, and pull this clip so that it's sitting on the outside. It's hard to do this with one hand here, sorry. So it's outside of it, like that, and then you can just pull it right off. Undo that clamp. And then I took out the middle return too, just to give me more room to put hoses and shit, but you could do it how you want to. And then last but not least, I took off this last little hose that goes to your wastegate. Okay? So, just waiting for this to cool down a little bit. I got this fan here. Then once you're done, it's cooled off, you're gonna wanna take off that line. And that line follows all the way down here to, sorry y'all, the video cut off on me. So that line, right, hold on, right there, that one, it's gonna run all the way down to right, I don't know if y'all will be able to see this, but you see that little nut right there, right down there, under those 2 lines, where the coolant's leaking out, you're gonna wanna take that bolt out as well. Take that whole line off, okay? Okay, so in my process of doing this next line that we gotta do that one right there, okay? That line goes all the way back behind there, okay? So in order to take this off, which is our next step, those bolts back there, you gotta undo your alternator. Easiest way to do that is to unbolt your passenger side of your steering rack and slide your steering rack forward, and then you can get to the bottom bolts of your alternator, unhook everything there, and then what we're gonna do, I'm thinking probably is I'm gonna take all this stuff out of my way so that I can move that alternator over, and then we'll have plenty of room. So here we go. All right, Sorry about this, y'all. I keep getting ahead of it, y'all, on this. But so that line that we were trying to disconnect, the one that goes back over there, okay? What I ended up doing instead was I just took the bolt off of the turbo itself, and then I could just pull that out of the way once you twist it around a little bit. But then once you see down there on the bottom, this right here, that's your oil return line, and from the very bottom, you can get that. You can see the two little bolts from the very bottom, and you can just take them down with an electric impact or whatever else you got. It's a little 10 millimeter, just in case you didn't know. And then once you do that, once you got that unbolted, everything else is pulled off of it. Then you can just undo the 4 bolts, 1, 2, 3, and 4 for your manifold. Undo your cats, unbolt them. Then you got your old turbo out. Alright, y'all, my bad. So I did get to the most of it for all y'all, but I did leave out one thing that I'm gonna go ahead and put in here now for y'all. It'll be this thing. I'm just gonna show you a picture of where the bolts are at for it, so that once you get all that alternator and shit moved, you can take that off of your turbo before you go taking your turbo off. So here's that. So I obviously didn't upload a video of me reinstalling this turbo, but it's essentially the same exact thing, just in reverse process. Go back on the last thing that you did and put everything just back together from the last thing that you did to the very first thing until everything's back together. That little the little outlet that I showed you the picture of just a second ago, make sure that you put that back on, bolt that onto your new turbo before you put that turbo back in. Just make your life a whole lot easier. And we got one side installed, so we're gonna go ahead and start this up and let y'all see how that new one is running up in there. It's a cold start, so it's gonna be a little loud for y'all. Good, no leaks. There we have it. We've got turbo installed. It's all essentially the same for the other side. I'll be uploading a video for the other side as well. I just don't have all the gaskets. I shorted myself on gaskets, so I had enough for this side. I've got most of them for the other side, but I'm just missing a few crucial ones. The ones that are on there are pretty bad. So I'll be uploading another video next week, or the week after, of putting on the other side for you. But again, this is for educational purposes only, so please don't try this at home unless you have some sort of mechanical knowledge. So again, thank y'all for tuning in. Please go like and subscribe and let me know what y'all think.